All right, so what gives triangles their shape is the angles, right? Or the angles. And so the angles give triangle their shape, and therefore congruent triangles, since they have the same shape, that means their corresponding angles are congruent. Okay. Now we also know that congruent figures have the same size, right? So since congruent triangles have the same size, that means their sides are congruent, right? Their sides are what make up their sides. Or their size, yeah. Their sides make up their size, right, is what I meant to say. All right. So here we're trying to write a congruent statement for the triangles that are given. And so first of all, the first triangle you can write the order or you can write the vertices in any order. So you can say triangle ARY or ray. You can say RAY, right? Any way you want to write it. So I'll write it alphabetically ARY. Okay. So then it's congruent to, and so now I want to see which parts correspond, right? So I see that A, right, is this one here, and that corresponds with U, right? They both have one little arc here, and so A corresponds with U. So therefore, I'm going to write triangle U because these two correspond, right? So next I have to get the one that corresponds with R. So R corresponds with S, right? They both have three arcs there. And so I'm going to put S here. Okay. And then, of course, by process of elimination, Y must correspond with N. That's the only one we haven't used. But just to confirm, we can see that they both have two arcs. Okay. All right. Now, just to verify here, we can also see that the sides correspond, right? AR, right? AR is right here, two tick marks, that goes with US, right? So those correspond. We can also see that SN corresponds with RY, right? SN is this, RY is this. They both have one tick mark. Okay, so those correspond with one another. So your congruent statement, all the parts should correspond, all the parts in the same order. So the first, the second, and the third should go with the first, second, and third here. So this slide just reinforces that idea of the corresponding parts in the order of writing a congruent statement. So the first one, two triangles are congruent if and only if, so there's a biconditional. Their vertices can be matched up so that the corresponding parts, the angles and the sides of the triangle are congruent. Okay. Also, two polygons are congruent if and only if their vertices can be matched up so that their corresponding parts are congruent, right? And once again, corresponding parts are angles and sides of a polygon. So when you name a congruent polygons, you must list corresponding vertices in the same order. Okay, very important. All right, so here we have two pentagons that are aligned here, and so we have a congruent statement. Polygon BRAKE is congruent with polygon CHOKE, right? Break equals choke. All right, so basically, what are the congruent corresponding parts, right? Let's start with angles. So angle B is congruent to angle C, right? Those are the first two. So B goes with C. So then we can say angle R is congruent with angle H, right? The second with the second. Then we can say angle K, oops, I skipped A. Angle A is congruent with angle O, right? Okay, so I'll let you do the last two. Now let's talk about sides. So sides, we have side BR, right, corresponds with side CH. Okay, so BR is congruent with side CH, right, or segment CH. All right, and then we could say RA, right here, is congruent with HO. All right, so RA congruent with HO. and so forth and so on, right? So then AK is congruent with OK. All right, so I'll let you do the remaining two there. All right, and so you can see that the order of each of these matters, right? The order that you write your vertices matters, right? And so the initial one you can write however you want, but then make sure the second part of your congruent statement corresponds, right? So I could write this as R A K E B, right? And then how would I write this? What would that be? So you could switch it up a lot of different ways, right?